Hey guys, it's Rachel from Future Past Vintage Collectibles. I'm just popping in the beginning of this video to announce our giveaway winners from our last video. I just reached out to both of them. Very excited to announce it. So we have two winners, as you can remember from our previous video. And those winners are Brian-LCS and Brantley Goheen. So Brantley's gonna win the Marvel Superhero Secret Wars, and then Brian-LCS is winning the Uncanny X-Men. So excited. We will get those shipped out to you guys hopefully this week. And yeah, very excited. Thank you guys so much for participating. We really enjoyed seeing all of your comments. We will be doing a lot more giveaways in the future, so keep on watching. But this next video I hope is entertaining to you. My dad calls it the box of shame, so hopefully that is exciting. Anyway, thank you again so much to our winners and to everyone who participated in the giveaway, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.
Hi, I'm the owner of Future Past Vintage Collectibles, and my name is David. This is my daughter Rachel, and today we're doing our fourth unboxing video. Yeah.
It's happening.
It is.
If you don't know, my dad presses books. We're CGC dealers, so we send a lot of books to CGC to get graded, and we unbox a lot of them. We were doing it all by ourselves before, and now we get to share it with you guys, which is really fun. I've already opened this box. As you can tell, I've looked through it, I put it in order, but my dad has not seen them yet. So we're gonna go through them.
Yes.
I have a document that has all the original grades that we thought they were before we pressed them and got them sent out to CGC, and we'll see what we get. I'm excited.
Full disclosure, I did look at these online, but I don't know what box this is, and I don't remember most of the stuff. So we have hundreds and hundreds of books. The reason I do that is I kind of trend on how I'm going to sell them. And this channel is not to sell the book. It really is to kind of share with you guys the journey that I'm on and that we have together, because we, like she said, we process this. I'm not pressing books for anyone else. I have tens of thousands of books that I have to press, and I don't have time. Plus, I'm in my second year, kind of wrapping up my second year of pressing, and it's plenty of work for myself. So really, it's kind of nerve-wracking. I did press some books for some people, and I pressed some books for my brother, and I don't mind doing that. But the fact of the matter is, I get so much anxiety pressing my own books, and the fact that I want to get to a certain grade, and I might work on a book for hours, you know. I don't want the pressure of having to feel like I need to get a grade for someone else, you know. So why don't we get started?
We'll get started. Okay.
Right.
So the first set of books is Alpha Flight number 2. We sent out 5 of them, so I'm just gonna pull them all out here and we'll kind of go through them quickly.
Okay.
But I know, I think they all, we said that they had a bunch of different grades before we got
Yeah. So 9.0. I had 1.90. I had 3 9.2s and a 9.4. Okay,
so here is the first one, Alpha Flight number 2. Cool cover. This one is a 9.4. And
Okay.
this one's off-white to white pages.
So I'm just going to say up front that I really felt at the time that all of these were 9.8 candidates. And I've had some challenges with these last 5 or 6 boxes. I don't know if the challenge was with my grading or theirs, and I'm going to find out once I go through this. I'm going to lean towards mine. You can go ahead and show them. Yeah.
Okay. This one is also a 9.4, also off-white to white, which is interesting.
Yeah, so we know that I've improved off-white white. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good because at least
we don't
they
know.
have been improved from that.
Yeah, we don't know which one's which. Go ahead.
Okay, so this one is a 9.6, white pages.
Yeah.
Nine 6.
Yep.
And 9.6, white pages.
Yeah, so overall, I'm not happy with that, and I'll be looking at them. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Those really need to be 9.8 for them to be really worth it to send them in. All Alpha Flights really aren't worth it 9.6. But anyway, thank you. We'll go ahead and move on.
All right.
Enough said, as old Spidey would say.
All right, so we got some Avengers coming up next.
Okay.
The first one's Avengers 224.
That was a 9.0.
And now it's a 9.6.
Okay. Good grade bump, not what I wanted.
Yeah. Off-white to white as well.
Yeah.
Which is surprising. I feel like we get...
And that book's not even valuable in a 9.8, but I thought it was a candidate. So I really think that I kind of slumped on how I was grading these books going out. And that's why I've spent the last few weeks really reevaluating how I'm looking at these books.
I think this batch was sent in March, right? Like, I think it was a while ago that we sent these ones out.
It was a while back.
So it's hard to say exactly what we were thinking we were sending them out.
I'm here to tell you that if you send a book in and it doesn't get the grade that you thought, I'm the type of person, it's my fault, I should have graded it correctly. But I try to grade books in multiple areas. We live in the Northwest and light's not great out here. The sun, by the way, there's nothing like grading in the sun.
We don't get a lot of
that. Yeah. Sun still hasn't come out over here. So.
Okay, Avengers 226.
Okay.
This next one. What was the grade on that one?
9.0.
And now it's a 9.6.
Yeah.
We improved all of these at least, like quite a bit. Okay. This one is Avengers 229. Probably say what it is.
9.0.
And this one's a 9.8.
Yep. Great to have a 9.8. Not incredibly valuable, but it was a nice book, and I don't even know why I've sent these in.
I will say, our strategy initially was to get as many slabs as possible. That's not our strategy anymore.
Yeah, I was trying to get the higher grade books from this part of the bronze period, and I've really changed my approach to how I'm tackling all the books that I have. The next book is kind of more of the type of books I'm trying to get done.
Avengers 232.
Yeah.
What was the original grade on this one?
9.2.
Yeah, this one's an 8.5. This one hurts me.
Yeah, so I don't know what happened there.
I don't either. I was looking at it whenever I opened this box to organize everything, and I wasn't exactly sure why it got an 8.5. Like, there is a color breaking thing here, and that might be it.
Is it breaking color?
Yeah, it is.
I just see it.
There's like a line right here. That could be it.
Well, a color breaking corner crease is an 8.5. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, that is just the way it goes.
Yeah, but I think that we overgraded initially.
Absolutely.
Probably shouldn't have sent that in. It is a key. It's the first Star Fox. I would have sold it raw today. And it's funny how I'm kind of changing my approach. I think it's a book much better sold raw, but it's slab now. So I have a lot of copies, not a lot, maybe 4 or 5 copies of that. I don't have a 9.8 of that. Anyway, go right ahead.
Cool. So this is an Avengers Annual number 9. What was this one?
Yeah, it was a 7.0.
So it is now a 9.2. White pages.
Yeah, just another poor choice of a book to send in.
Yeah. Newsstand?
No, that's actually not. When you see a newsstand with a strike through it, it means it's direct. And that was before they started using the insignia, the Marvel insignia, usually being Spider-Man itself. So yeah, I don't know why I sent that in. I really don't know what I was thinking. I was tackling my inventory quite differently back then.
Yeah, we had a different strategy, absolutely.
I shouldn't have sent in, I don't know, most of those books.
Yeah, I mean, again, we were just trying to get slabs.
Yeah,
I was taking so long to get them back.
I was trying to get things that I could sell, and most of this, once again, I think these are value books for people that collect that can get an inexpensive slab, or I'll just hold on to them and figure out what to do later, you know?
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, this one was interesting. I have things to say about this one.
Okay.
It's Amazing Spider-Man 307. Love the cover. What's the grade on this one?
It was a 9.0.
So this one got an 8.5.
You were going the wrong direction.
I know. I know, this is probably the worst box as far as like what we were grading them as.
Okay.
But the thing that's really interesting about this, there's a hair in here. There's a hair encapsulated in it. I've never seen that before.
Yep. They're sending us their DNA.
I'll put a picture in here. I mean, it's not that noticeable because it's like by the web, but I don't even know if it's worth. I mean, we probably will crack this one since it's so low, so I don't know.
Well, it depends if it can be improved. I mean, that book, this book can be valuable in 9.8, and I've had 9.8s of this. Once again, this is the lost. This is the lost box. I don't understand what I was thinking. I don't even know why we're doing this on a video. It's kind of the box of shame.
I mean, it's good to see the truth, though. I mean, this is our truth.
It's our truth.
And like we make mistakes, like we're human.
Who's we?
We.
Because I don't know why. But look, if you like these books, You might find them super cheap. Okay.
Check our eBay site. Okay, this is Amazing Spider-Man 346.
That was a 9.2.
It is a 9.8. This is a good one. That cover is so cool.
That kind of makes up for the whole box.
Yeah. The cover is so freaking cool.
It's wicked. I mean, this is one of my favorite in that little piece of the run. And this got really hot. It's down a little bit from its highs, but yeah, some kind of redemption in the box. I don't know if there's any others like that. Like I said, I went through this box. Don't even remember that.
Yeah,
so
it's a good one. Okay, this is Amazing Spider-Man 363.
I don't have a pre-grade on that.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, that book it has to be a 9.8 for it to be any good.
Yeah, well, it's a 9.6.
In terms of value, yeah. there's
That's so cool, though.
So it's the first cover with all three of them on it.
Yeah.
And this book, 2 years ago, there was probably 5 million of them on eBay. And this era of comics is so well printed. There's so many copies, but it actually had gone up in value a little bit in the 9.8. But there was a time in 9.8 you can get this book for $50. I don't know where it's at now.
Yeah, I didn't look up any prices just because I wasn't sure.
It's a great book. With all the when Carnage kind of went off the hook and people were chasing the Carnage 361. That book was still pretty cheap, but it kind of is crept up a little bit. And I think it's a well-collected book because of what it represents with all three of them on the cover. So.
I like the green, too. It's cool.
It's a pretty simple cover when you look at it. I mean...
Just a bunch of heads.
Yeah, it's just 3 heads.
Okay, so this is Brave and the Bold, number 197.
Okay, that was a 9.2.
And it is still a 9.2.
Thank you for encapsulating my 9.2.
The one that we knew was a 9.2.
Yeah.
I thought this one was older. Yeah, there's like a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, you know, so I'm a DC fan, and I will say that out loud and look you in the eye when I say that. I like Marvel, but I was raised on DC horror actually. But I don't know what I was expecting to get out of that. I'm sure we wrote it down. I probably thought it was at least a 9.6. I wouldn't have sent it in for a 9.2. So once again, I overpredicted at this stage. I became too confident in the books, and the books speak for themselves. So,
yeah, I should have wrote down what we thought we would get, because like I did some math, and like the ones that we said we'd get the same grade or was a higher grade than what we thought was like about 70% of the books that we send out. So these 2 boxes, the last video that we just filmed and then this one, are the lowest side.
Yeah, so we have about a 30% failure rate.
All right, so the next one is Firestorm number 2.
I love Firestorm. That was a 8.5.
This one got a 9.8.
Hell yes.
And it's a, well, I don't know if that matters, for 35 cents.
No, they were all.
Yeah.
It only matters if it was a Mark Jewelers. That's a key, isn't it? Let me.
Oh, I don't know. The Nuclear Man?
Yeah. That's the origin of multiplex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's got Superman.
Firestorm is in the house. What was the origin of Weasel? Is that Firestorm 10? Remember Suicide Squad, Weasel?
Yeah. Scary.
His origin is in Firestorm.
In number 10?
Yeah, I think it's 10. I could be wrong.
Is he on the cover?
I don't think he's on the cover.
Should be. His crazy eyes.
Weasel.
Scary Weasel.
Weasel!
Okay, Fantastic Four 262.
That was a 9.2.
It is now a 9.6. White pages.
Okay. Another book needs to be a 9.8 in this era. FF in the House and John Byrne. The John Byrne run in this is like really 80s gold. John Byrne is definitely one of my favorite 80s comic book artists. Yep. Right. So is Frank Miller, because I just saw a little Frank Miller gold. Okay, go next.
Daredevil. Got 2 Daredevils. This one's 183.
That was an 8.5.
It is now a 9.0.
That's just not great for me.
Improved though, from an 8.5.
So I see what's wrong.
Huh.
I talked about in an earlier video that books stored in long boxes over periods of years, bags would get taped, and you can either put 1 piece of tape in the middle or 2 pieces of tape. And if you put one in the middle, they dog ear. So they tend to dog ear, and that's why you need to change your bags every so many years. And I can see when the light hits it right, there's a V shape. and as someone who presses books, it really takes, it might take a lot of rollerball, humidity, multiple presses to get it out. This did not come out, so this is actually redeemable. I can see it, it's coming right here, and maybe on the scan or maybe not. But when I went through my old collection that had been in storage, I saw hundreds of books that had that on it. And before I pressed, I thought, that'll come out in a press. Once I found out what pressing was, my brother had to tell me, because I didn't even know what that was. And I had submitted in the 2000s, I had submitted hundreds of books to CGC and got 9/8, never pressed one of them, because they weren't bagged and boarded like that. They were set in a warehouse in a bag, but they weren't boarded, and they were all laid flat. And I bought them all from one guy who had never read them. But in this era, as people put them in boxes and put them up, and they'd slump and things would happen to them and they would be taped, problems started to happen. So I think you'll find a lot of books like that. So here we go. I mean, it starts to affect the grade, and that's one of the reasons I started pressing, because when I saw how many books I had like that, I'm like, I'm not going to spend all this money and send it to somebody and wait there 4 months for me to send it to CGC and get it slabbed, because I was slabbing back in 2001, 2002, and I wasn't waiting like that. I wasn't pressing. So when I realized how much work it would take to correct my collection, I'm like, I'm going to learn how to do this. That's what started me pressing, It wasn't necessarily a greed move or me trying to do. I wanted to fix my comic books, because when I saw how they were impacted by that, I'm like, this sucks. These are my comic books that all have these impressions on them. So
this is Daredevil 270.
Okay, that was a 9/0.
It is now a 9/6.
Okay.
It's got Spidey. Old Spidey.
Yep. That looks good.
Yeah. A 9/6 is nice.
It's fine. I mean, it's another book I'd want a 9/8 in. I just... Today, if I was going to be pressing that and it came in 9/6, it would go into our raw sales.
So this is Marvel Premiere 28.
Yeah.
What was the original grade for this one?
7/0.
Yeah. Well.
What is it?
7/0.
Okay, so may I see that? I'm going to full disclosure again.
And it just says off-white pages.
No notes. No notes. But I did read this. So this did have a note, and it's unattached staple. Unattached staple, not tear, an unattached staple. And they just stopped putting those notes here. I bought this as an 8/0, and when I got it, I told the guy it was not an 8/0. It's got a stain on the back cover. Couldn't remove it. This book looks profoundly better than when I got it. It's one of those books I worked on a lot. By the way, are you kidding? I'm not selling this, by the way. The only way I'm going to sell that's when I replace it.
With a higher grade.
As I've said, I'm a Bronze Age collector. And this is, if you're a Bronze Age collector and you don't own this book, I'm just going to say one thing. Why? Why do you not own this book? Because I told you, I really gravitated towards horror. But when it comes to monster books, this is the gold standard. So that book makes me happy just looking at it. And okay, I have a 7/0 and I'm not selling it. But anyway.
That's all right. You seem happy about it still.
I'm just going to look at it once in a while. Here we go. Next book.
Okay, so this is number 1 through, 1 through 8.
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8.
Okay, that of Marvel Superhero Secret Wars.
So I bought a run, just a whole run, and let's go.
Yeah,
so,
here we go.
So number 1 was 9/2.
This one got a 9/8.
Yeah, these were all very tight. I mean, and they were just like, you could tell, the guy who bought them originally owned them. So take a peek at that.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I've got multiple copies of this book, and I think that this book is going to heat up more than it has. Great.
It's got so many good people on there.
Yep. That story's coming, and everyone knows it is. Number 2.
Number 2.
9/2.
And 9/8 again, which is great.
Yeah.
White pages.
You notice, like the 9/0s, I seem to get 9/6s on. 9/2s, it looks great cover. Are you kidding?
It's really cool.
Mike Zeck, man. He makes everyone so chunky.
I know, their faces look weird.
The Mike Zeck effect.
All right. Here is number 3.
Yep.
Which one was this one?
That's a 9.0.
And it got a 9.6.
It's interesting. The 9.0s seem to go up to a 9.6, where the 9.2s I had more success with. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, movie. Oh, movie. Okay, grab the rest of these. Okay, here's number 4. What was this one?
That was a 9.2.
And this one got 9.6.
Yeah, I kind of thought that that would get a 9.8.
These all looked really good when we sent them out. So
Yeah, I will. These are books I will crack and resubmit if I think that they, and I'm sure they saw something that I didn't, because they looked at these together, you know. So
I have no idea.
sometimes I find that if CGC gets one book and they look at them all together, if one starts to go south, that more might go south. But if they're all 9.8s, they're all 9.8s. So when they go up and down like this, I gotta take a look at it. Maybe I missed something. Okay.
Here is number 7.
Number 7, 9.0.
And this one got 9.4.
Okay.
White pages. There's like a big spine tick right here. I think that's probably.
Is it color breaking?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very light.
Mm-hmm.
But you
A
know.
little tiny one right there too.
Yeah. Color breaking's color breaking, and I don't want a color broken 9.8.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, I mean that one probably stays right in that case. So the next one is a number 8.
Yes, the big one. What was this one originally?
It was a 9.0.
Okay, it got a 9.6.
Yeah, so that's one I thought for sure was a 9.8.
It's disappointing.
And I will be examining this. I don't think there was any broken color on this, and that's my evaluation. I really start with, is there any broken color? I mean, you kind of have to start there.
And there's like 2 spine ticks, neither of them.
I will be examining this book thoroughly because I really want a 9.8 in this.
Yeah. That cover's so cool.
It looks great. I mean, it does look great.
It does look really nice. Shiny.
And it's centered well. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be looking at this, and if it's worth it, I'm going to crack it and resubmit. Like I said, I can take my time on things like this, so that was that box was fine.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
It was fine. There were some good books in there. There was a couple good books in there that give the whole box redemption, and I can do something with the books that are a little lower grade. I don't mind holding them either, you know, so it's fine. I'll put them out there and see if I can't get them sold.
We just have very high expectations for ourselves.
We do.
Sometimes we don't meet those expectations.
And it's like I'm not in a hurry, but we have a lot more boxes coming, so we'll keep doing these videos, and you guys can kind of watch. You know what era I'm kind of dealing with right now, but I don't stay here, so I've been getting some really cool early 80s books. I've been getting some obscure books. I really do focus on obscure books. I do like that kind of stuff. I do like DC. I haven't been submitting them because I don't plan on selling them anytime soon. We're going to stop now. I look forward to the next video. Thanks for popping by, and see you next time.
Give us a follow, and thank you to everyone who's subscribed so far.
Bye.
Bye.